Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up if you have a minute? Turn your radio dial to the Texas Ticket.
Welcome to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando, and I'm with Patti Mackay. How are you today, Patti?
Great, Armando. How are you?
Outstanding. And, Texas Ticket is live once a week on Fridays at 1 o'clock on the Texas Ticket at facebook.com/TXTicket. You can also catch us here on Lone Star Community Radio. Thank you for catching this show, guys. Patti, tell us a little bit about Patti Mackay. Why you're here today.
Hi, I'm with Texas Elite Mobile Services. We're a mobile boat repair. Winterizations are time to get them done right now. I
asked the guy, should I winterize my car? He said, no, that's just boats, man. Looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just boats.
Only boats. A few years ago, we had the major cold storm, and a lot of people's boats were damaged.
I was asking my friend over at Barshado, I was like, do y'all do winterizations? They all laughed. And
they do, because mostly we don't need it. But when it happens,
what's the difference?
You wish you had.
Why do you, I don't think you work on boats. Do you work
no,
on
I don't do the repairs.
They make pretty girls work in the office. The guys are on the...
I do some of the repairs once in a while.
and mobile service, meaning y'all go anywhere, do it anywhere, anytime, any place. Okay.
Yes, we sure do.
Well, I'm glad for your contribution to being here to back me up today.
Yeah,
it'll
absolutely.
be my Ad McMahon. Right. We got a busy show.
Right?
We got a lot going on.
We're not here to talk about me.
No, I'm... It's due, right? A little bit. Texas Elite Mobile Boat Services. You can reach them. What's the phone number?
936-206-0306.
There you go. Get that thing winterized. Get it in your stall. They'll come out and do it at your place. But today on the show, we've got I'm hoping a full array of amazing musicians. That young guy Ken wait, it's not Ken. He's a young guy. He's like 15 years old, and
I think he's 16.
Yeah, Ken Alvarado. Okay, Ken Alvarado. Oh, and Kane Alvarado. He's the April 13th in Bryan College Station. There's a day, and it's Kane Alvarado Day.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
And I was like, who's this guy? He's like, he's a guitarist, right?
Yeah.
And when he was like 8 years old, he was amazing at it. They say. I don't know. Never heard him at 8. I'd like to see these videos.
Right.
But I seen him at 12, and he's ridiculous. And when he turned 12, the mayor Bryan named April 13th King
That's
Alvarado
amazing.
Day.
That's amazing.
He's won several awards. He'll be on the show today. Kane's won the scholarships. The first EP was at age 12 at 512 Studios in Austin, Texas. At age 13, Kane was named number 1 and 4 PRS Emerging Guitar Artist under the age of 18 in the U.S. At 15-year-old, Kane was self-taught, Bryan College Station, proclaimed by the year. Yeah. Reader's Choice Award 22, Cutter Award, SRV Remembrance Ride and Concert Young Latin Guitarist of the Year in Brazos Valley. Goes on and on. I mean, there's all these
amazing list.
Yeah, a list
accomplishments.
A bunch of credentials. Yeah, so I'm dying to hear him and share that with the audience. So we also have Cody Hibbard. And he's got an upcoming date here at Do-Si-Do. We're going to share that a little bit. And most of y'all are aware of who he is, but if not, you'll be able to find out here in just one sec. He's with us now, and we also have I'm hoping now on the list. Kate Watson said she's in downtown Conroe doing some shopping. She may stop by during the Christmas shopping.
That's funny.
It depends.
That's great.
Yeah. So it depends. She's on the maybe list. If not, she'll make next week or something like that, she said.
Go.
But we're hoping to catch Kate Watson as well. Stay tuned for all those. But let's get this show started. Let's get the show started. Cody Hibbard. Welcome, Cody.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Bam. Man, I'm glad you made it out.
I have none of those awards.
I don't even know what they are.
Well, I don't either. I'm just...
It's like a lot of love awards.
I don't either.
It's like
I'm just me. When they introduce, it's just Cody Hibbard.
You came with a lot of music before you, though. Years of experience, and this guy ain't got years of anything.
He's got years of way. Yeah,
Yeah, he's 8 years old.
I only got like 4
years.
years experience. He's way more than me. He's way ahead. So.
It's odd, and you get some young guys that get in that. I've seen some on YouTube. I guess we're gonna share that on YouTube. Whatever, but yeah. That didn't play right. But nevertheless, Cody, welcome. You've got a date coming up at Do-Si Do. We're all excited about around here.
Pacific Yard House.
Pacific Yard House.
Yeah.
Aren't you at
Do-Si Do? I know it's confusing. We've just played Do-Si Do.
Did just play.
Did just play it. I don't know if it was sold out or not. They said they quit selling tickets at the door, but
I see.
I'll call it a sellout, before
Right.
we're saying
I'll call it a
I'll call it a sellout,
Sounds
But no, Pacific Yard House, little pop-up show we decided to do. I guess one of the first places I kind of started.
What date is that?
That's December 29th.
It's the 29th.
It is
okay, so
29th,
I've
yeah.
got it twisted. Okay.
Yeah, no, you
So
good, you good.
December 29th,
Pacific.
Pacific
Because
Yard House.
Kane's playing Do-Si Do, isn't he?
I don't know. And
Maybe not.
Hang on. So that means that you've got who's your opening? Isn't there somebody opening for you?
I believe Benny Bryant and Montana Nagy.
That's right. I remember that name now.
I think both of them were slated to play, and then Teak was like, asked them because Teak always going, man, when you gonna come play here? And I'm like, Teak, we might be a little too big for that stage. And he's like, man, just do pop-up shows. So this is one of our pop-up shows that we're going to do. And Benny and Montana was nice enough to, kick the things off for us. And you guys need to come early for that.
What time do you get started down there? What time do you said 9?
I think they probably going to start at 8 or 9.
So
I'm not sure we're probably going to go. Yeah, come in at 7. Yeah, enjoy the whole night. If you're going to spend New Year's Eve, might as well spend it early.
Right.
That's what I say. It's on the
I
weekend.
eat every day. That place got good food.
It's got great food. I still go there to eat all the time.
I'm good with that. I can't believe I had that mixed up. It's still throwing me a bit. And how's the holidays been? You've been having some decent holidays?
It's been good. Yeah. I'm not a holiday guy.
You a Thanksgiving guy?
No.
Christmas?
Like once Halloween's done, I'm checked out for the year.
So I wanted to do some duck, right?
Yeah.
And so, but when we hunt, shoot, clean, field dress, cook our duck, it just, it smells like playing with catfish for too long.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But when I go out and get duck, like the Hyatt is having a Christmas dinner, New Year's dinner, and they're serving duck, and I saw the menu, and I was like, oh, wow, what a great opportunity. Because every time I try to cook duck, it's an experience. Something's going on. It's like hard, this brine thing. Yeah. Are you any good at cooking it?
I wouldn't say I'm good at it. I don't know if anybody's really good at it.
You can make it taste good?
I can make it taste all right. It'll get by. The trick is to soak it in something.
Just soaking. Yeah,
milk,
the brine,
apple cider vinegar. Honestly, I like to mix apple cider vinegar and the Worcestershire sauce together. And I'll leave it in for like 2 days.
2 days.
Straight,
okay.
yeah. Because
I was going in, I was at like 18 hours thinking I'm good.
Yeah.
Saltwater only, and I'm like, this is not good.
Saltwater, the game taste on it so much. You do
quite a bit of hunting.
I do a lot of hunting.
Yeah, and
I say I check out usually at October 31st. Well, hopefully September 1st I'm shooting dove, but after October 1st I usually try to get out in the fields, and I'm a big bow hunter. Love to bow hunt. So
my son is just got back from Marine Corps, and he's been all about just duck hunting. He's going constantly. It's like it's the worst weather. It's like, we're probably not going to eat anything you bring back. We've tried. We're trying. I need to figure this out because he's bringing me ducks. You know what I mean? And I'm not any good at cooking it. I was like, man, if I'm not shooting any duck and I'm just cookie, I better get my job right. I'm terrible.
I was the same way probably when I was his age. It was a religion. Duck hunting was it's just something about it. You don't have to be too quiet, just stay still every once in a while. And, when I was his age, though, I was cooking a lot of it as jerky.
Yeah.
And I was just soaking it for days on end, and then even then it was
smoking it down to nothing.
Just smoking it down to nothing. That's about all you can do with it.
Well, I saw you guys over at the Circle V Ranch in Cisco, and I thought that was super cool. Me and my son did take some time to watch that, and just thought this is a cool experience.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked about the holiday, because I know that was a Thanksgiving get together, and it looked extremely meaningful and super cool at the same time.
Yeah, we took 2 veterans out. One I actually met at Boots for Troops in Magnolia before I met any of them Circle V guys or any of the other ones, and took them out to harvest an animal, and was able to get them all on one, and ended up taking 2 more veterans out, and so we had 4 altogether be able to take one. And then Andy, owner of the Circle V, was nice enough to ask what I wanted, which I told him was like handing me a blank check. So I was
I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
What do you mean? What do I want?
Good people, great times. I mean, hopefully we got the film done for that here pretty soon. And
I saw some
it's gonna be
clips.
awesome.
Everybody had a smile on their faces,
Oh,
man,
yeah.
and they had a good time, and it looked like there was some good deer brought in, and it looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then I looked further into that place, and it looked pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, Andy's
he's
one
got
of
a
the.
nice setup.
He's the he owns oil field companies, and he's just all about it. Like if you're gonna do it, he's gonna do it right.
Yeah,
so.
Circle V Ranch looked nice, and there was a lot of good animals out there.
Very
a
much
lot of
so.
good hunting. So next year you're going to go on tour, and you got a new album coming out, right? First
We're working on it. We're gonna get it. I don't know when it's gonna drop.
Okay.
We are working on it. We are gonna. I mean, it is gonna be next year.
Okay.
I'm just trying to find the right songs to put on it.
Are we committed to next year?
I'm committed. I'm
That's
committed.
really
to
happening.
Yeah,
So
it's
we gotta
really
put
happening.
Put some of those things.
I've
out
done
there.
said it too many times.
Yeah. Good. Okay.
It's one of them things you got saying enough where it's like, okay, I've said this, now I better get it
I
done.
gotta do it.
Yeah, now I gotta do it. So I've
Said-
got.
It was on the radio.
Yeah.
It's official.
I've got most of the songs wrote for it, I believe. So I'm just trying to make sure that this is what I want to say in this album.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'll be next year. I'll make sure of it.
Well, man, I'm curious about you as a person. I mean, this is the first time we've met. I mean, I'd love to hear a little bit about where you come from, how you got into country music, or has it always been part of the roots? Is it? I mean, where did it? How did it get introduced to your life?
It was never part of my life to be. I mean, I listened to it, but it wasn't anything like. I mean, I didn't barely hardly go to any concerts even growing up. I was adopted from South Korea when I was 13 months old.
Okay.
Grew up on a farm in Oklahoma. Mom and dad's philosophy in life was stay busy as you can stay out of trouble, which is partly true, I believe. But, I started music, started piano when I was 4 years old. And, music was always there, but it wasn't anything, that I thought I would want to pursue. And honestly, I get bored with things pretty quick. And so went along and just baseball and band and really anything. And, I'm one of them guys that I hate saying this because it makes me a little cocky, but I am naturally good at anything because I have that drive that I'm just going to do it and I'm going to get it done. And I think work ethic always helped growing up on the farm, So I graduated and I actually got accepted to the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. And so my plan was to be a officer for 20 years. And just always loved, the discipline and the uniformness and really just kind of expanding your mind. So it was either that or I had a big love for, what are those shows where they solve the mysteries, whatever you call them, like
Detective.
Yeah, it's detective work, that kind of stuff. CIA, Secret Service.
Man, they're gonna recruit you. You start talking like that on this show. They
Yeah, they probably will. They're probably gonna start stalking me afterwards. But no, I had an idea like that's what I wanted to do. I enjoyed forensics. I enjoyed all that kind of stuff. I thought that was always cool. And for some reason or another, messed my shoulder up. Tore my rotator cuff, a 270-degree tear. Tore my labrum pretty much completely. Ligaments all over the place, and it was bad. I couldn't even put a t-shirt on without dislocating my shoulder.
Oh, damn.
And so had 2 surgeries that still kept trying to dislocate, so they sent me back to the house. Went back to college for like a semester. I was going to be a pharmacist, and I was like, I can't go to school anymore. And I was battling some stuff at the time too, failing for the first time in my life. And a buddy of mine happened to go, man, my grandpa is a bigwig for this oil and gas line that's going through Stillwater, Oklahoma. Would you want to go pipeline? I said, sure. So we went over the summertime, called Mom. I got that first paycheck. I called my mom. I said, hey, I'm not coming back. And she was pretty upset. I told her I'd finish my degree. I said, but right now, I just need some time. And so time ended up turning into almost 9 years, or over 9 years altogether as a pipeliner. So
sure.
That's what brought me down here, was another job. And on the way down, I stopped off in Crockett, Texas. This was in 2019. And I've told this story all over because, again, this is where I started my music career, right in Conroe. I was headed to Conroe, stopped off in Crockett. My waiter goes, man, you don't sound how you look. Yeah. My buddy I was sitting there eating with, he goes, man, you think that's weird? You ought to hear him sing.
Right.
And I don't know why he said it. We just got off a job in West Virginia, and I'd played my guitar here and there, nothing really. I mean, just, maybe having a little too much fun after work. And like I said, I only knew 3 songs all the way through, so they asked if I'd play it, and I said sure. So I played all 3, and then they asked would I come back and play 4 hours of covers. And I was like, well, I better learn a bunch more songs. And they were great. I mean, I don't think they're in business anymore, but they were great about it. They were like, man, we can play the jukebox for like 30 minutes. Like, you can have 30-minute breaks. Really, you're only going to play for a couple hours. Like, just go learn some more songs, bring an iPad, something. They were great about it. So I was staying at the Wood Spring Suites right there by Cavender's in town, and just sat in my room after work and just learned song after song ones that I thought maybe I knew halfway through, and went back out there, did it. And the guy said, man, do you write music? And I said, no. And he said, try it out, see what happens, and here we are. So I wrote 3 songs. The third one ended up being my first one I dropped. Didn't know what to do with it. So I took it to open mics here in town, Corner Pub, Marshall's, Red Brick Tavern, Pacific Yard House, like all these places, and all the scene around here was the ones who really got me going, like, hey, you ought to try doing this. Like, I know, you think you can't do it, but it's really the musicians and the artists here that gave me enough, I guess, guts to keep going, and it's turned into this. So that's why we come back. That's why we're playing Pacific on 29th. Like, it really is a
home field.
We want to see everybody. Like, we know this is.
Willie Nelson sold CDs down here on the corner.
Yeah, I
Elvis
know
gets his haircut here. There's nothing to be ashamed.
I love
you
it.
You ought to come play out here as often as you can.
I always say if it had been any other town or any other city, I probably wouldn't have started music.
Well, let me ask you this: Is one of those songs that you started with is 18 Days? I mean,
no,
You and Me, Dying Breed.
No, those all came along later. My first song was
the
Half
first
Whiskey, Half Lonely.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just a song about just a heartbreak that I'd remembered, and remembering how, I remember trying to go I was a kid at the time. I remember trying to go have way too much fun, but at the same time I was like, man, this isn't getting me over it. So that's the half whiskey is the fun part, and the half lonely is like, you gotta realize, you gotta find yourself too. So that's kind of I write in whatever they call that, weird terms. So but it works
let's play
sometimes.
A little ditty. Show them a little something about the contrast there, and listen to some Cody Hibbard.
Funny how life works sometimes.
Do what?
It's funny how life works sometimes.
I'll play a brand new one I know is going on the album.
Okay.
That work?
Yeah. What's this song called?
The song's called Long Ride and Short Bed. So my dad only drove single cab trucks whenever I was a kid, and I always say the joke is that way when I rode with him, if I said anything stupid, he could reach across and just hit me instead of having to reach back there. And I was riding with a guy by the name of Rivers Rutherford and Adam Craig, and me and Rivers were talking. Rivers quite a bit older than I am, and we're talking about our dads, and he grew up in the 60s and 70s or 70s and 80s, and I told him, I talked with my dad on a good ride and told him, we started talking about things that I never would have dreamed we'd talk about. And he's like, man, you took a long ride and a short bed with your dad there, didn't you? And he's like, let's write that. So this is one of my favorites. This is always probably will be one of my favorites, but here we go. Well, somewhere in the panhandle of Texas, on a midnight ride, just me and my old man, we finally found a few long-lost connections. And we learned sometimes the bridge you burn still stands.
We talked about our old friends and our exes, and agreed we both had dreams that just need plans. I thanked him for the tough love and the lessons, and he finally admitted I'm a man. Well, Lord, I'd love to take that ride again. 'Cause when the future's too far for the headlines, and the rear view's too dark for looking back, and all you got in your life is the glow of those dashboard lights, and whoever's riding with you in that cab, yeah, you really get to know what's going on in someone's head on a long ride in a short bed. Well, I guess that's why I love a late night highway, when there's hardly any other cars at all. And just because there's no one riding shotgun, and that don't mean that I can't have a talk. You may say I'm praying to my maker, you may say I'm talking to myself. I don't know if it's crazy or holy, yeah, maybe, but all I know for sure is this sure helps. 'Cause when the future's too far for the headlines, and the rear view's too dark for looking back, and all you got in your life is the glow of those dashboard lights, and whoever's riding with you in that cab, yeah, you really get to know what's going on in someone's head on a long ride in a short bed. Yeah, you really get to know what's going on in your own head on a long ride in a short bed.
Woo!
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow, that was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you. Guys, we'll be right back after this.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.
Texas Ticket is sponsored by True Texas Solar, Montgomery County's trusted provider of turnkey solar solutions for your home. True Texas Solar provides renewable clean energy services to residential homeowners seeking energy independence to reduce or eliminate electrical utility grid costs while utilizing government and manufacturing incentives for renewable energy savings. True Texas Solar can be reached by phone at 936-286-8325 or visit them online at www.truetexassolar.com.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up if you have a minute? Turn your radio dial to the Texas Ticket.
Wow, Cody, what a great song.
Appreciate it.
I enjoyed that. You wrote this song, you produced, this is all you.
Well, it's not produced. It's
being
not.
produced.
We haven't even been to the studio with it yet. We're still trying to figure out how we want to. I want to do it because I mean it's a singer-songwriter, it's a guitar song, you know.
Excellent
So
lyrics.
it's the lyrics, yeah. So we're trying to let them push through, and once we get a better idea kind of how we're wanting to put this album together, we'll get it produced. But
Right, that's a good song. I mean, do you feel that confident about the other songs in that you've put together that are laid up there ready to go?
I would
as well?
I would say so. I'd say this is more. I mean, now that I'm older, this is kind of like the concept album. I guess you could say is a good idea. You know, it's more about growing up. It's more about true country things. I would say about finding ways to write stuff that's already been written. But in your own words.
Right.
So
You know, and I'll tell you,
Things are important in your life.
It is, and you know, well, somebody was talking the other day. He's like, I've never known a man in my life that owned a slave. Have you ever known anybody owned another man?
No.
Are you? No. Well, we talk about it, you know, because of how it's been in the past, how history brings those things into play, and the perspectives people take on things and attitudes about people that clearly wasn't anything they experienced or know anyone who's experienced. And it's been generations, you know, it's these kind of things and practices where, but, you know, wrong nevertheless to the eye today and as it was then. And but I think it's just about reading books by their cover. You know, and not really understanding what the real thing is that's going on. I mean, because I don't think anything's any less country than living in Oklahoma your whole life, working as a lineman or a pipeline guy or an oil rig guy or in the Gulf Coast or working as a longshoreman. You know, there's a whole lot of jobs that country fellas do in the Gulf Coast and in this area. You know, I mean, we're not running cattle drives.
No.
No. And very few of us have family that did run cattle drives. Some do. No, that's happening. But
yeah, there's not very many artists out there that grew up on farms,
right,
country-wise. And,
real
you know,
cowboy
a lot of them
ways.
are the first ones to go, well, that ain't country music, blah, 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 this and that. And I'm just like, man, whatever. Like, you want to know who, honestly, one of the most country dudes in Nashville is the lead singer of Rascal Flatts.
Right?
Yeah, he really is. The man hunts more than anyone I know. Like, he's at every single event that he could possibly put on. Like, a good charitable dude. I mean, morally, just a good guy. Like, and, you know, he gets criticized the most because Rascal Flatts was the ones who supposedly ruined country music, you know. So, but he's one of the most country guys out there. But, you know, it is, I mean, I say whatever. Where I come from, and you didn't get, you know, we didn't say, oh, that's not country music. You didn't get judged off being country because of music. You got judged off being country, whether you was a good person. I mean, I had skater kids that they were in our group too, and we all hung out in the pastures. We all did all kinds of things.
Where's
it's
the
crazy
rule
when
that
you
it has to be one
right.
way. You know?
Yeah, right. And
Freedom
it's
of music is a beautiful expression.
but even as a Texan, I'm a sixth generation Texan, and still striving to be more Texan when I was younger. I remember in grade school, it was like, this sure ain't Texan enough. But I'm on my hands and knees in a bayou chasing down crawdads, and you know, for the purpose of fighting them later, or you know.
Yeah.
You know, you're proud of yourself,
And I'm thinking,
proud of your state, and it's not it's not
Yeah,
just things you do.
I think being country is partly being proud of your roots and where you come from and everything like that, but then it gets to a certain point
It
where
doesn't have to only be that.
right, it gets to a certain point where it just becomes dumb ego.
Yes.
You know, when
I feel
somebody
a lot of
else isn't
grit.
as
You know, a lot of grit, a lot of hands on, a lot of you know, one with the earth, a little bit of dirt in it, you know, and I see that in your lifestyle and where you've come. It wasn't a shied away from this. I mean, it's not like you can't be a white collar Texan,
Right.
you know, but that's possible. You know, I'd lived that life. Now I live this one, or there was a chapter, you know, in a part of my book, you know, so I don't have to stay that way.
Be
you
true
know,
to yourself.
like my father and I made homemade wine, and you know, he showed me some pictures from the lights, you know, and all. How's it go? You know, you know, but it is what it is, and but I think it's hands on, it's dirt, it's the earth, it's being a part of that culture and a part of that lifestyle, and I think there's nothing about your life and your music that doesn't make me feel that way, and I don't sense anything other than that, and think there's a lot you can be proud of there. I think.
oh yeah, no,
As a true Texan.
yeah, blessed, proud. I mean, whatever we want to call it.
Knowing where you come from, you know, is a big part of
Yeah.
that. A lot of people have forgotten.
Yeah,
Yeah, and get in there and you're breaking your back, doing some work. You know, I mean, it is hard work to be, I think, a true Texan. And, I mean, I've seen them, and, you know, although we're not doing a cattle drive, we're still moving our cattle. We're still raising cattle. We're still penning cattle. We're still having to manage and move cattle in a way that brings on that cowboy need, you know, and you know, as well as the PBR keeps us in touch and some of those things. And, you know, you're a veteran, and as well as you're a father, and so there's a lot of these things that bring on its own experience of getting real with the those kids will get you real quick.
Yeah.
How's that introduction to your family life? Has that been part of the outreach to music? You said it was in the last 4 or 5 years you've gotten involved with music with the kids. Part of that factor?
Well, exactly. Both my granddads were veterans, and so that's what kind of drove me to the Naval Academy. And I guess since I didn't finish out what I wanted to start, I guess that's always what drove me to do something better. And honestly, that's why, I mean, it sounds kind of cheesy, but I honestly enjoyed pipelining because I always thought I was making a difference. You know, I was bringing natural gas and oil to this country instead of depending on a foreign country for it, you know, and especially a country that hates our guts. Like I was right. You know, I was a spokesman on some stuff. Like I was a firm believer in making this country better in that aspect, however I could. And the same thing kind of with the music. Like I started doing music. Like, I mean, I was making 6 figures a year just working right here in Conroe, being off at 5 o'clock every day. Like there was nothing wrong with what I was doing before. And honestly, it was a pretty good lifestyle. But, you know, I really pushed the music because people started telling me, hey, man, your song got me through this. Or, hey, you know, I really believe in this.
Cool,
because,
really?
yeah, and it's just a
That's
huge,
great.
when it's one-on-one like that makes it even more of a difference. And then, you know, watching all these other artists, not so much in the country scene, but, you know, in all kinds of scenes, you know, they use their mic for things that I don't particularly believe in. But I'll never really just come out and flat out just be like, hey, that's wrong. You know, I'm going to try to be the guy who sets the example. You know, I'm going to take veterans out hunting. Yeah. You know, I'm going to bring, you know, kids that, you know, who knows when their last day is out to concerts. Hey, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that, you know, I do leave an imprint on this world with my microphone, you know, with
some
whatever.
people don't even have that in their wheelhouse. They're not thinking about that. You know, they're not, it's all the things I have. I always pray, Lord, forgive me for the things I've done and for the things I haven't done.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a list of things I should have done, you know, and I feel like that's probably the more regrettable one because it's a whole vast array of things I'm unaware of I should have been doing, you know, and so it's those oversights I think that are the detail that goes, you know, it's an oversight. I mean, it completely unrecognized, and for the fact that you can bring those into thought, into play on your an effort, whatever the effort is, you know, just that it's in your wheelhouse, in your mindset, it's in your heart. That's where it comes from, and whatever. You could choose a whole lot of ways to do business and to get popular. Not necessarily ain't it, you know, but that way does serve and it does help and it is a benefit to a lot of people and very meaningful stuff.
Right.
And just the fact that it's in your mind and it's where you go.
Yeah.
You know, you went there.
Yeah. You know, popularity doesn't. I've never said it. Like, do I like money? Of course. I think anybody does. You know, as long as we're using it right. You know, uncomfortable living, but popularity is never been something I care about. You know, when I started having kids, like that's when I was like, okay, what am I going to do to make their life better? And same thing with that. I mean, what's the average age is always continually going down of a lifespan. You know, I mean, people used to live for, you know, a long while, and then now nobody's living till, you know, we're seeing guys at late 30s, you know, dying of, you know, blood pressure
crazy
issues.
Stuff.
And
just
so,
crazy stuff.
You know, we don't know when our time is, and might as well make it whatever impression we can, because, you know, 30 years is not a long time.
It's not. And, you know, this area that you're blessed to be in, Oklahoma, Gulf Coast, Texas, and all the stuff that really, really appreciate country music. Not the rest of the nation doesn't, because they do. Up and down the coast, they love good country music, and all over Europe they love good country music. I mean, we've had several artists in here that tell me about their tours through Europe. Yeah. And I'm like, you went through Europe? Well, you barely talk Texan.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? See, I didn't understand you just then. Right. They love that. You know what I mean? It's that iconic value to that music and that sound. And we have our capitals, our top places to play, and you're going to Green Hall in 2024, and you've got the oldest dance hall in Texas, one of the places that I love out there in the Hill Country. You're going to head that way and do a show out there with John Wolfe, I think.
We did that one.
You did that one already?
Yeah,
That
we
was,
did that.
when was that show?
November.
That was in November?
I think, yeah. It was a little bit back, but we're supposed to be back again, and we're hoping.
So you've been to Green Hall?
Been there twice now.
Tell me what other iconic Texas places you think are roadmap stops, so everybody knows that's where you get your Texas ticket punched.
I would say, of course, Billy Bob's. You know, up in the stockyards. That's definitely one. You know, Schrader Hall, when it was open, was outside of Victoria, Texas. It's the second oldest dance hall in Texas.
Look up Schrader.
Trying to think about around here. Like, what's the really? I mean, really, that's Green Hall, Schrader, and Billy Bob's is about all I can think. Unless
Been
you're
out to
going like,
Lukenbach at all?
yeah, Lukenbach would be another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been out there.
You in the bar or in the?
No,
in the hall?
I've played the hall.
Yeah, I went when I went last. I was in the bar, and it was like they got that kettle going all day, every day, and there's somebody playing in here something all around the clock. I went all the time. They're like all the time.
Yeah.
Like, oh, really? You're
Yeah.
like, dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
We played Lukenbach, and really just there's so many just different venues that even the last 15 years that have kind of pushed up Red Dirt. Hank's Texas Grill up in McKinney, which is closing now. It's been up for 20 years, I think. They're finally closing the halls. Mule Barn's another one up in Justin, Texas.
Nice.
So they're definitely not even close to as old in the dance hall wise, but they started up a lot of big bands that we
Place you
listen
want
to.
to play? Where's
Right.
it at? Where's the place you want to play?
I want to play Billy Bob's.
Billy Bob.
I haven't got to play Billy Bob's yet. That's one of the ones I haven't. I played for the TCMAs out there one time, but other than that, I haven't.
Awesome. So next we'll catch you at Pacific.
Pacific, yep.
The 29th.
The 29th.
And then what else do we got in front of us looking at the calendar?
We're going to do one show at Silver Saloon on the 31st, and then we'll take a couple of weeks off, and then in January we're going to pick it back up. We'll be around Buda, be back at Silver Saloon, and then hopefully around March time we're going to be taking off outside Texas and doing some big runs.
There it is. And keep us posted. We'll follow. We'll share some of your links on the Texas Ticket channel at facebook.com/TXTicket, and we can find you at CodyHibbard.com.
Oh, yeah.
Hibbard, Cody, CODY, Hibbard. Catch everything there, your Instagram links, your Facebook links, and all the ways to get hold of you. New Year's plans. What you got going on for New Year's? Where you at?
We're at Silver Saloon with my buddy Dylan Wheeler. He's more kind of Texas rock. But people have been dying. He's got one of the best voices in Texas, and people have been dying for us to do a show because we're just buddies. So
That's cool.
We're finally going to do one of our first shows together, and just for fun, just see what happens. And then we're, other than that, pretty much, hanging around Conroe.
Awesome. Well, folks, Cody, thank you, and happy holidays to you, sir.
Thank you.
I hope you have a safe and fun holiday season, whatever you're doing, whether it's hanging out with him or
It'll probably be hunting. Yeah.
hunting or
It'll be hanging out with my kids and hunting.
right. And those kids, you keep throwing gifts at them, they'll just want more and more and more.
They get them all throughout. I'm too spoiling to them. They get them through the whole year. So.
All right. Well, God bless you, man. We'll see you soon. Hopefully for a great career. We'll have you back after this, you guys.
Texas Ticket is sponsored by True Texas Solar, Montgomery County's trusted provider of turnkey solar solutions for your home. True Texas Solar provides renewable clean energy services to residential homeowners seeking energy independence to reduce or eliminate electrical utility grid costs while utilizing government and manufacturing incentives for renewable energy savings. True Texas Solar can be reached by phone at 936-286-8325 or visit them online at www.truetexassolar.com.
Lone Star Radio on my mind. So won't you kick your feet up if you have a minute? Turn your radio dial to the Texas Ticket.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket Show. This is Armando, and I'm back with Patti.
Hear the news and what's ready.
Hi there. Happy holidays. And we got Kate and Jesse with us. Kate, welcome to the show.
Hey, y'all. Excited to be here.
Man, it's awesome. Just decide to pop in. You're down here dropping Christmas presents off?
I mean, absolutely, because I live right down the road, so why not, right?
And Jesse Watson also here with us. Kate Watson and Jesse Watson, the lead guitarist.
Just acoustic. I'm just a rhythm guitarist.
We're
but,
just rhythm.
But don't let him undersell himself, because this guy right here is freaking amazing. Like, the talent, the everything, like, with his acoustic playing, he's always, like, super just humble and everything. And I'm like, no, this dude plays with passion, and, like, just gets into everything he does, including, like, songwriting is something that he and I do together with every song you hear. it was us together, or even, he had a bigger hand in it. He just listens to me talk all day and creates songs from what I say.
Outstanding.
So
That's what dads do, right?
All right.
Right.
Yeah, I've got 2 daughters, and they keep me busy, but they the best part of my life. They really are. My son probably the second best. Okay, well, equally as good. He's still good. It's good too. Just different. It's different. You got boys at all?
Kate's got one brother. He's her little brother.
It's different, right?
Yeah, but he's 6'6" and wears a size 18 shoe, so he's just a huge.
Wow, that's a good brother to have.
Yeah.
Jesse, you're also a minister over at the church here at Cowboy Church in Montgomery.
Yes, the worship director.
Worship director. Okay, and you help write some music and you play lead guitars or rhythm guitar, whatever. You play some guitar.
Yeah.
You fiddle with it a bit.
Yeah.
And Kate, you've been telling me y'all been working on a Christmas song together.
yes, and it's one where I always preface to people, you're going to laugh. Like, don't expect this just
Okay.
mushy, gushy song. Like, no, you're going to have a good time. You're going to laugh. It's kind of about how it tells a story about how I go hunting and shoot a deer. It ends up being Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And so I'm, like, trying to hide it and stuff throughout. But it's like, yeah, my Christmas day is shot. Like, I'm getting cold for sure.
Yeah, somebody commented on Facebook when they saw that she did the I Shot Rudolph. Somebody was like, "You just got through burning Barbie. Now you're shooting Rudolph."
Hey.
You just destroyed. What's going to happen to the Easter Bunny? I have no idea.
All right, well, hit us with some Christmas J.O.Y.
I got in the stand on Christmas Eve, and that's when he walked out. I took a breath, squeezed the trigger, and laid him on the ground. I walked on down to where he lay, took a look and said, oh no. How could it be the first thing I see is his big red shiny nose? I just shot Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. What in the world is Santa gonna do tonight without Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer to guide his sleigh all the way from pole to pole? For goodness sakes, my Christmas day is now short for sure. I started cleaning, got her done, threw him in the truck. Took some dirt in my hand and covered his nose up. Then out of the blue, a game warden I knew shook his head and looked at me. He said, there ain't no fine, 'cause there ain't no crime, but you'll go down in history. 'Cause you shot Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. What in the world is Santa gonna do tonight without Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer to guide his sleigh all the way from pole to pole? For goodness sakes, your Christmas day is now short for sure. Well, I waited in fear that night on the couch till out of the chimney he popped out, pulled a list from his coat and he read. Then he said,
Naughty.
'Cause you shot Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. What in the world do you think I'd say tonight without Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer to guide my sleigh all the way from pole to pole? For goodness sakes, no Christmas day is now short for sure. Your Christmas day is now short for sure. I mean, I could have shot any of the other ones. Donner, Blitzen, Cupid, could even try Bambi, but no. I tried Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Wow. I loved it. That was great.
Thank you.
That was great. We're going to put it on our little Christmas thing
I would
that we were
love
putting
that
together.
so much.
We've got like the last 2.5 years, we've collected probably about 8 songs. I think this would make 9 Christmas songs in all. I'm forcing it now. I'm trying to get more Christmas songs together. So maybe next year we put in this whole collection of Christmas carols that we have together to share. And but that is fabulous.
Just don't play for PETA.
Don't play for PETA, not for PETA. Yeah, I think it's such a cool collection, and I mean, have you ever done a Christmas song before?
This is my first one ever.
Man, I was listening. Jody Hubbard came in. Cody
Hibbard.
Joe Hibbard. Yeah. I gotta say it out loud, right? Slow. Tangled in the Christmas Lights tonight. He played for us. Have you heard him sing this song?
No.
Oh, self-written, and I mean, he played a lot of songs. We've heard him live a few times. I'm like, man, you should have just left with this song. And he's like, really? I'm like, man, this is the best song I've heard all day. I mean, I'm just saying, this song is awesome. I mean, those are good songs. I mean, I'm not throwing rocks at the other song. I'm just saying, this one is awesome. And I don't know, maybe I'm just in that mood right now for some Christmas music, Christmas stuff.
He's talented, so talented.
And just to hear about that, I mean, I'm like, you wrote that just is amazing to me. I mean, and I think the vocals are great, the guitar rhythm's great. I really the writing's on point. I love all parts of that. It had a really good mechanics through and through. I like it. I mean, it is a toe tapper. I wanted to laugh, and I was scared to ruin the recording. I was like, "Don't laugh! You're gonna ruin it."
There's a lot of wordplay in that song, yeah. And you'll go down in history, and yeah.
You'll go down in history. Speaking of history, you were at Do-Si-Do last night. A good show there, and the 21st, the Big Barn. You were there with Adam Burns.
Burns. Yes, and I had a surprise for everybody whenever I sang this song for them. I got little reindeer noses for everyone.
Oh, like the really?
One. And so we put it on. I'll be posting about it later, like with a selfie that I took with everybody.
Can't wait to see that. That's awesome. And so, also you have, and let me see. I'm going to skip back and then come back to that note. But I wanted to make sure at that point you're going to share KK. No, wait. What's the website? That's not your website. How do they find where you're sharing it?
KateWatsonMusicOfficial.com.
Kate Watson Music. See if I can write it down, so can they. Official.com. So Kate Watson Official. Kate, say it again.
KateWatsonMusicOfficial.com.
Kate Watson Musicofficial.com. We're gonna put a link in the bottom. That's what we'll do. I'm gonna put a link down there, and people will see that. But I think they'll find it. You type in Kate Watson on Facebook, you're gonna find it, especially if you live here.
Oh,
right?
absolutely.
And you're gonna be at the biggest Texas Fest. Tell us a little bit
right.
about that amazing event.
Okay, so I'm going to be the face of Conroe for the biggest Texas festival. It's put on by Steve Said, who's the owner of the Do-Si-Do Big Barn. And I absolutely love him. He's been such a supporter of me since I was young. I remember the first phone call I had with him about I wanted to play at the Do-Si-Do Big Barn. And I called him. And I was so nervous and excited at the same time. I'm just like talking super fast and like high pitched and everything. And I'm like, I really want to play there. And I remember he just stops me. He goes, "How old are you?" And I was like, "I'm 20." And he was like, "You sound like you're 14. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to slow down. And we laughed so hard. And from there, we were best friends. But so not only am I going to be like the face of Conroe playing on the arena stage, I'll be playing the last day, which is, I believe, Sunday.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm also going to be the Rove reporter that goes around and interviews all these names that you see, and I'll be doing it every day. So if you guys come out, you will see me there somewhere.
Awesome.
You might get interviewed too. I just might be in the mood, just like, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Fantastic.
So I'm so excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lots of those one answer questions. No.
Don't
All right, I don't know what to do with
hands.
my hands right now.
Oh, really, Bobby thing. Yeah.
Well, man, there is so much amazing talent. I'm starstruck. Who's got you on edge about that event that you're dying to see?
There's a lot. Right now, the names that I'm just like, I can't wait to meet them are like Dierks Bentley, Thomas Rhett, Midland.
I'm all about this Billy Strings. I need to get to know some Billy Strings. You know, tell me about it. Show me something. Play your wizardry. Play something. You know, like.
Yeah.
I wanna
Oh,
see
Ann Wilson.
All right.
That's gonna be amazing.
30-something, 40-something artists at this event. Any idea of the full count now? I mean, that's changing, but
Oh, I
it's a
haven't
lot.
counted.
So biggest Texas festival, and what's the dates for that?
May 10 through 12.
Yeah. And you can check that out online. We've got it on the Texas Ticket Facebook page. You can just scroll down, and it'll be there. But we'll put some links in there as well. And you're doing Chris Sunday at the 24th, right? Over at Cowboy Church.
Yes, at Lone Star Cowboy Church. I'll be helping lead worship for Christmas Eve service, and they have 4 of them in a row.
Oh wow. You're doing all of them?
Yes, it's the same thing
you're
for
like,
every
"She
single
better."
service. Yeah. And I'll be singing Noel.
Yeah.
She
Don't
is.
leave me that way.
I'll be singing Noel by Lauren Daigle, so
Oh, great.
very
There you go.
excited.
That's awesome. And, one of my dear friends and sponsor, and, Buster Barsh Auto here in Conroe, barshauto.com, goes to that church. And, he always talks about how much the great music is and some of the rodeo and the sports that go on. But he's always been real complimentary of the music. And everybody asks him, so why are you all into the bands and all the music? And he's like, it's kind of hard to put your finger on it whenever you hear it every Sunday. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
well, I don't know. It's part of my life. You know what I mean? And I get that when you got to change perspective. You got to go
Right.
to Cowboy Church.
Yes.
You're like, oh, I get it. It's the music. The spirit there is strong, and I feel that. And we had Peyton Howie on last week, and I know she plays there a lot, and or has in the past when she was younger. I don't know. That's how she's been out there not too long ago. What other songs do you work with together that you feel like you were a big part of putting it together for? And she's kind of the B squad on that song. That was more of the dad song. I mean, not really like a Rush lead song where the drummer's taking over or anything, but
Yeah. No.
where's the dad song at? Tell me about that one. I'm in the dad squad. What's dad camp?
I mean, most of the songs are right for her, but I have to sing them first, so.
Well,
then I have to put, and then, we write together. She gives the ideas and back and forth. But then I put them into the whole song form, and I come back to her. And it's like, this good. When she approves, it's like, then we have to change it to her key, and so that's
sure.
But she
tweak
gets to hear
it,
me sing
tweak
every one of the
words.
songs.
So which one did you feel like you were, that was the one, that was awesome, and that was, I don't know, which one gave you that feel that?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, when you're a songwriter, it's sad. I'm not sad, but hard to say. But because every one of them feels like it's a new child, and you feel like and then when you hear them actually come to fruition and put together in a recording studio, it's like, whoa, this is like. So they all feel awesome. I would say, most recently, the ones that I've written. We wrote No Cure for a Heartbreak, which we're gonna pull out. Which we pulled out last night at the Big Barn.
Right. Yeah, I did a bunch of just brand spanking new songs for
That's
everybody.
Well, why don't we close out? Give them one more good song. Something. Well, I know they're all good songs. That Christmas song is
Yeah.
fabulous. It's a hard act to follow, I guess, but something you feel like you both can get involved, so we can get the, that with that spirit, that energy.
No.
No, let's do.
Take a chance.
Thanks, sorry.
No.
Are you rather sing Cowboy Hat or something like that,
Red Blooded American.
Yeah, we could do that one.
All right.
Okay, so this one right here,
Okay.
it is for the people who served our country. Just
Okay.
to say thank you. We love them. We appreciate them. And their sacrifice for us and our country. I love to play this at every one of my shows and, honor them and we take a drink. We're always like, okay, guys, where's the drinks for you guys? You know.
Salute. Yeah,
First
sure.
responders too. Yeah.
Yeah, all of them. A big shout out to Conroe Police Department for keeping us safe and doing such a great job doing
Yeah.
that too.
Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kate Watson and Jesse Watson.
This is Red Blooded American.
And it'll be coming out on your new album.
Yes,
And
my new album
around
next
the-
year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got red dirt on my boots, country music in my soul. If you ask me about my roots, well, I take you down to the rodeo, pledge allegiance to the flag. That's what I start to do, and I raise a glass to all who served the red, white, and the blue. 'Cause I'm a truck driving hard, blinking flag, flying hell raising, child of the USA. I was born and raised to be gun, so buckle wearing, mama loving, God fearing. God knows I love this land. I'm a red-blooded American. I learned respect and manners. Say please, yes sir, and then I drive a 4x4 and I hold the door for anyone I can. Well, I celebrate my freedom every 4th of July. 'Cause it's in my blood and it's what I love till the day I die. 'Cause I'm a truck driving hard, blinking black, flying hell raising, child of the USA. I was born and raised to be gun, toting, buckle wearing, mama loving, God fearing. God knows I love this land. I'm a red-blooded American. Red-blooded American. I'm proud to be in the land of the free. Oh, in the home of the brave. 'Cause I'm a truck driving hard, playing flag, flying hell raising, child of the USA. I was born and raised to be gun, toting, buckle wearing, mama loving, God fearing. God knows I love this land. 'Cause I'm a truck driving hard, playing flag, flying hell raising, child of the USA. I was born and raised to be gun, toting, buckle wearing, mama loving, God fearing. God knows I love this land. I'm a red-blooded American. Red-blooded American. Red-blooded American. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Man, that was outstanding.
Thank you.
I'm loving the sound. I'm looking forward to hearing some more. Unfortunately, we're running out of time here today, but Kate, Jesse, wow, what a pleasure to meet. I mean,
Thank you.
I love these first offs like this. It's like every time you get a surprise, you're like, oh yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
You know, like, fabulous, man.
Thank
This
you.
sounds incredible. I really did enjoy that, and I feel just blessed to be a part, just to be sitting here today, and I feel that way every day I come to work.
Well, thank you for
A
having
lot of
us.
days, a lot of days. Just definitely today. It was a pleasure. It really was.
Thank you.
guys.
This was fun.
Yeah. And we can see you again. We're going to see you at the biggest Texas festival and throughout the holidays at Lone Star Cowboy Church and
Yep.
family there on the regular. So we look forward to being sharing your company more often and get you around, and we could see you upcoming as biggest Texas Fest.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, you can follow us. We'll put some links below. We'll be back after this.
Hey everyone, I'm Kane Alvarado. I'm 15 years old. I'm gonna be jamming at the Dosito Whiskey Bar Friday, December 22nd. Doors open at 6. And I want to give a little shout out to the Texas Ticket Show and happy holidays.
Your feet up if you have a minute. Turn your radio dial to the Texas Ticket.
Welcome back. This is Armando. This is the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show. I'm going to go over a few things that caught the eye of the Texas Ticket and stuff that we think you can punch your ticket at. We've got Kate Watson. She's going to be out there for Christmas, like she mentioned, December 24th at the Lone Star Cowboy Church. Every single service there, I think there's 5 or 6 services throughout the day on the 24th. Look forward to seeing her there. Her and Jesse Watson were here today doing an amazing Christmas song for us. Really loved that. Thanks, guys. And our Kane Alvarado, the April 13th Kane Alvarado Day out there in Bryan. Shout out to Bryan and those folks out there. We'll see him December 22nd live at Dosito, 8 p.m. It's out on the Research Force Drive here in the Woodlands, Texas. We also have a solo acoustic show December 22nd, and that'll be Hot Centric in the Woodlands with Mia Suzanne Walker. It's just her, not the band, but she's a real treat. If you haven't seen Suzanne, she's fabulous, wonderful person, plays a lot of happy music, bringing that joy, really getting people to smile and enjoy themselves. Mia, we look forward to visiting you out there. The 23rd, we got that one. That's happening Saturday, December 23rd, 8:30 p.m. at Dosito again. The Big Barn, Hamilton Loomis, and the band are going to be out there, and that's off I-45 here on the interstate. December 23rd, we got Jake Bush. Jake Bush will be also at Dosito. Good night, y'all. Crowding up all the talent over there at Dosito. Jake Bush is fabulous. If you haven't had a chance to catch him, he'll be out there on Saturday and Sunday, I believe. Double check that. Go out to Dosito, take a look at that. Now, here's one. June 16th, we got Alanis Morissette. Now, Alanis is going to fill the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. She just came to sing her heart out. We look forward to catching that at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion. Man, did I enjoy some Cody Hibbard today. Now, back me up on this one. He'll be out there December 29th at 8 p.m. at Pacific Yard House right here on 101 Metcalf Street in Conroe, Texas. Catch Cody Hibbard there. If you enjoyed watching him on the show today, really get to see the full set. He's going to do Storyteller. It's a real intimate environment there. If you haven't been, and the food's fabulous, enjoy your time over there. Pacific Yard House, December 29th with Cody Hibbard. Also, another great talent, blessed to be around. Paige Lewis will be live at Mahoney's December 27th. She's 6 to 9 at 24 Waterway Avenue, number 100 there in the Woodlands, Texas. You can catch her there at Mahoney's. Paige Lewis. That's a great show. She's got that song, I Need to Speak to the Manager, the Karen song. It's great. I love it. Love to see what she does post-holiday there. Also, a young lady that I think is absolutely gorgeous with a great sound and an amazing energy. And I've been begging her to come on the show, so I'm sweet talking to her right now. But Sheila Marshall, December 29th. Now, she'll be at the Empty Glass at 104 Market Street here in Tomball, December 29th, 8 p.m. And, I got her down Friday and Saturday, a 2-day event, but that tends to, I don't know, double check that one. Be sure if you haven't seen Sheila Marshall, be sure to check those dates out at the Empty Glass at 104 Market Street in Tomball, Texas. I'm looking forward to it. I got to get some more details on that one, but you can definitely go down there to Tomball and punch that Texas ticket with Sheila Marshall on the 29th and possibly the 30th. The 29th is of course Friday, and then the 30th is Saturday. We're talking New Year's Eve, New Year's. So let's take a look at some of those. I think the times are going to change based on the holiday schedule there. Would take a good look if you're a Sheila Marshall fan and looking forward to catching them maybe even for the first time. That'll be a great one. December 30th, Jimmy Long, Steve Evans and it looks like 4 to 7, maybe a New Year's celebration there at Harvest Market. I have another friend that's playing out there at Harvest Market, one of the festivals they're doing. But now this one in particular, and I hope I get to it, it's on my list today. This one in particular, Jimmy Joe Long and Steve Evans, December 30th, 4 to 7. I'm not familiar with the music from Jimmy Joe Long and Steve Evans, but I look forward to catching up. I caught some bits online. It looked really cool. Harvest Market at Wood Forest is a place that I enjoy going to. Everything's brand new. Everything's beautiful. And it brings out a great crowd and a lot of fun. We have a good time when we go there. So I'm excited anybody's playing at all. There is another gentleman there that I am familiar with that'll be playing here shortly. And I'm gonna lean into that in just a minute. But moving on, December 28th, Julianne Rankin. She'll be out at Do-Si-Do again, and that's on the December 28th, 8 p.m. Julianne Rankin. And she's on the Research Forest location. That's the Whiskey Bar. Whiskey Bar. Research. Other side, not the 45 location. Also at the Big Barn. Now, this one is I-45, right there on the highway. There's 2 tons of steel. And if you're out from the hill country at all, where you can definitely get that ticket punched, 2 tons of steel resides out in that area, or plays mostly there. But we see them here every now and then. They were at the Americana Music Festival. A few others here in Conroe, Texas, and just recently I believe we saw them at a local place. I'm not sure if it was a table at Medley but if you haven't had a chance to catch 2 tons of steel, great entertaining show, a very high energy, December 30th, 8:30 p.m., Do-Si-Do at the Big Barn. Now, Deep Roots is doing an 80s party. Now, you want to get your reservations for this thing. It's for New Year's. They're going to do, I think it's the Spicoli's. It's the legendary Spicoli's. I mean, and you know, they're playing all those old Van Halen, Def Leppard, Journey, you know. That is the 80s New Year's Eve party at Deep Roots Vineyards, December 31st, and it starts at 8:30 p.m. Call for reservations. That's out in Plantersville, Texas, just out at 105 West, heading to Bryan. December 26th, a friend of mine, a damn good artist and just an amazing showman. Jeff Canada is a singer-songwriter showcase featuring Trent Cowie, and a great opportunity to catch these two together out there Tuesday, December 26th, 7 to 11 at Do-Si-Do. It's out Research Forest, and like I said, it's a more intimate environment, but great chance if you haven't met Jeff Canada to get to know him a little bit. He's fun. He's got a great sense of humor, and like I said, quite the showman, and he brings it all together to make a great show and make it exciting for folks that are first-time showgoers or just a regular fan of Jeff Canada on the regular, giving it a new, fresh flavor. He takes a lot of requests usually, but I don't know how he's got this set. He's got Trent Cowie. They're doing their thing, and can't wait to see how that works out. And you can catch it December 26th, Tuesday, 7 to 11, Do-Si-Do. We got Corey Morrow, December 30th, and he's going to be at Main Street Crossing in Tomball, Texas. Catch him out there December 30th. And I'm seeing December 31st again here with these Tomball events. I'm not really sure. You got to look into that, but I know Corey Morrow is going to be out there. I'm showing December 30th for sure at about 8 p.m. Catch the details. You might be able to catch them the next day. Be sure to catch our Hyatt Regency here in Conroe. Now, they've got an amazing New Year's event planned. You can call them and find out all about that. And you can call them at 936-444-4454. You can make reservations. You can catch that Christmas brunch. It's December 24th, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. And it is phenomenal. I mean, you're going to have a great time if you make your way out there. December 31st, their New Year's Eve event. It's a 3-course dinner, 5-course dinner, or whatever. I get all those details. I saw scallops. I think I saw some duck, some filet mignon. You can catch that at Hyatt Regency here at 1001 Grand Central Park, Conroe. 936-444-4454. Catch that Christmas brunch. Sunday, December 24th. I think it's $30 for an adult, $15 for kids, and 5 and under are free. So great brunch, great food opportunity. Also the Christmas dinner. There's a New Year's dinner, and then there's the New Year's party. That starts at 8 p.m. It's a 70s New Year's celebration. And I'll tell you, 70s here, if you want to go way back, you can bring it into the 80s at Deep Roots. And you get right here in the 2020s, if you'd like, with a whole lot of events over here. And we're excited to see Ken Alvarado come up. They named a 15-year-old, he's now 15-year-old Ken Alvarado, a self-taught guitarist from Bryan, Texas, on April 13th. It's Ken Alvarado Day in Bryan. Let me tell you the impact he's made in his community and what he's going to make in ours. You know, we hope to see him. He's extremely talented. He gave us a little plug. He sent me something. We're gonna roll into that, and then we're gonna call it a day. We'll see you next week here on the Texas Ticket. And ladies and gentlemen, Ken Alvarado. Here in the state of Texas or across the Gulf Coast, we'd like to thank you for your visit here today. We'd like to give a shout out to a few folks. I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsor, True Texas Solar. You can see them at TrueTexasSolar.com. They sponsor our show. There are sponsorship spots available for segments like this one. If you feel like that's something you'd like to do, just give us a call, 409-692-5753. We can start getting you set up and have you sponsor our show or one of the other shows here on Lone Star Community Radio. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Barsh Auto and BarshAuto.com. Buster helps in so many ways to guide me when I get off track a bit and the things we need to do, and I can't even begin to tell you. Thank you, Buster Barsh. Happy holidays to you and everybody over there at BarshAuto.com. Be sure to check them out in their holiday specials at BarshAuto.com. Also, Chastity Ann White, the mayor, you know her, Level Tax Custom Homes. Give her a call for custom home building. Check out the mayor, Chastity Ann White, and we hopefully will have her on our show here coming soon. Maybe help us kick off the new year. We look forward to visiting with everyone. I'd like to thank our friends over at Deep Roots, Bernhardt Winery, B52, Southern Star Brewery, Foss Brewery, The Firm Meadery. I forgot about you guys. Love it out there. Thank you so much for all your help, guys, and everything in 202, Pacific Yard House, the Red Brick Tavern. Thank you for those chicken wings. We'll see you next week right here on the Texas Ticket. Happy holidays.